There we go. And we'll just wait on the live part.
Sweet.
Dude, are those reviews recruiting power? Because I see Gary Ashton on the right. Is that Gary?
That's Gary. Chris Lindahl, John Mangus, and Kathy Kuyoth.
I love it, dude. I love it. All right, we're live.
Cool.
Good way to launch it. We're loving on people today. Those are some great people behind you, Dan, that use Happy Grasshopper.
Right.
Welcome. You're the CEO of Happy Grasshopper. You're an awesome, super nice guy too. So I should have led with that.
Don't tell anybody, man.
Welcome to the show again, Dan. Tell me about Lovin On People. What's the idea here?
Oh, well, you know what? I was inspired by this by a client of ours in Colorado Springs. His name is Ryan Moberly. And, when I first met Ryan, he was a new agent, just starting out, had, a few things percolating. We helped him get focused and aligned on really serving people. A year later, he's gone from 3 transactions his first year to over 30 his second year to over 60 his third year. Right?
Wow.
What's really great is he did this solely by focusing on loving on people. And that's what I really want to bring to the audience this month here. Because, guess what? It's November. Like, blink, where did 2021 go, right? It's
That's
crazy.
Very true. Very true, man. And the idea of loving on people sounds like the opposite strategy that Zillow has. Interesting. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Well, so let's talk about November here for a moment. Like, what do you think of when you think of November? What's the first thing that springs to mind for you?
No Shave November.
No Shave November. Okay, that's better than some other things you might have mentioned. So well done there. You know what springs to mind for me?
Tell me.
I feel like it's Gratitude Month.
100%, buddy.
Quite frankly, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday because I love to cook. I love people. I love to invite everybody over and feed them. It's such a great time of year to reconnect.
Is it really your favorite holiday?
Yeah, absolutely. It is.
Dude,
by far.
That's my favorite holiday. I think I'm the only person on my street, maybe in my whole track, that puts up an inflatable turkey at the front of our house, which is nuts. It's my favorite holiday.
I love it. I've always loved Thanksgiving. And, I try to be the kind of person who lives a life focused on the positive, right? Focused on things I can sincerely feel grateful for. And, I'll say, looking back at my career, I know that attitude has helped me tremendously. I know I would not be here with you right now if it wasn't for our relationship, right? Relationships need nurturing. And one of the best ways to do it is to reach out and express gratitude. So, I'm going to share my screen here in a moment. I want to walk people through a bit of a structure. Okay. And then we'll have a real frank conversation about what we can do to help them connect with more people. So let me go ahead and welcome everyone to the desert. Did that pop up for you like it should have?
I love the desert.
All right. So if you could just confirm that you're seeing my my cover slide there for our talk today.
I see the CEO of Happy Grasshopper.
All right. Okay. So you're definitely seeing this screen with our full slide.
I got you, buddy.
Okay. We're good there. This is a backup machine. My primary iMac, just the hard drive froze. So I'm running a backup. Oh, cool. Yeah. You know what? They're great machines, but maybe every 5 or 6 years, I need a new one, right? That's okay.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, that's true.
So where I want to start is by recasting in everyone's mind what the month of November is all about. Okay, we are about to come into the heart of the holiday season. Halloween should be a really good reminder for you. It's time to get your database in shape. And I like to think of November as GrowVember because your results in 2022 really start to depend on the moves you make now in November.
Mhm.
If you want to have a year plan, that's great. If you want to have a 90-day plan, that's great. If you want to have a plan just for the next half an hour, you are absolutely in the right place because we're going to feed you some things that are going to help you all throughout next year. So, first of all, let's talk about who's here today. If you're a brand new agent and you have no idea what it is to build a career in real estate, you're in the right place. And if you're a super veteran badass who's got a giant team, if you run your own brokerage, you're in the right place. What we're going to cover today is going to help everybody. Now, if you are that brokerage person, if you're building a big team and you need to recruit a lot of people, November is a pivotal month for you. A lot of agents look for a holiday slowdown before they're willing to make a change. So
Yeah.
it could be a very important time for you to focus on how you're going to really craft your recruitment strategy and get it in play to make some moves here as the year comes to a close. Now, if you're a veteran agent and you've got this huge database of a bunch of people you've worked with in the past, this should be your cue that it's time to get those people organized and reach out to them and start having some really good conversations. Right now, we've talked a bit about this on previous sessions, Tristan. There are a few primary issues that stop real estate professionals from reaching out to their past clients in their sphere as often as they should. And, we could talk about what they are. We can get audience opinion of what they are. It all boils down to just three things. The first is this sense of what the heck do I say, right? That's a challenge for people. The second is, well, how often should I say it? How frequently do I send those messages? And then the third one is this little bit of a sense of fear of what if they don't actually want to hear from me, right? So, I mentioned earlier about how I like to think of November as gratitude month. Well, gratitude is the key to reaching out to these people that you've lost touch with over time, right? So, think about all the people that you have in your database. There's some people in there that definitely have no idea who you are. And there are people in there who would throw a fit if their friends, neighbors, or family members hired anyone but you, right? Now,
Yeah.
you can't be sending the same message to everybody. You shouldn't express a bunch of gratitude to that cold lead from 5 years ago that you never had a single conversation with, right? So for this strategy, we're talking specifically about that segment of your database that definitely knows who you are, okay? And, let's walk through a little exercise here, Tristan. Can we do this? Let's model it together.
Let's do it.
Give our audience some ideas. So what do you look back on in your career that you definitely feel grateful for?
LabCoatAgents.
Yeah, absolutely. How many members are in LabCoats today?
144,000.
That's a huge number of people to express gratitude to.
Yeah.
And, there's no way you could pick up the phone and call all 144,000 people and have a private conversation with each of them to express that gratitude. And yet I'll bet there are some people within that 144,000 that you'll make absolutely sure that you do.
Oh, yeah, of
Right?
course. Like Jake.
Like Jake, exactly. I was going to say your core team, Tessa, for sure.
Mhm.
You have a bunch of moderators who help in the group all the time. Those are people that definitely need to hear you express your gratitude. And, if we segment away from lab coats and talk about your personal real estate business for a moment, I know you've had some great transactions that have happened here over the past year.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of people that you should certainly feel grateful for that made that happen.
Yeah.
Your clients are the obvious ones, but what about those vendors who jump through their butts at the last minute to paint for you or to handle a landscaping issue, or that stager who put you ahead of 3 other clients just because it was really urgent. All those people that you interact with that make your career run more smoothly, they need to hear from you this month. You need to express some gratitude there.
Very true.
In our very last session, we ran a session we called the relationship ratio.
Mhm.
And this ties in exactly with what we're talking about today, because the number of relationships you have directly relates to the number of transactions. And the data that we've been tracking now for 11 years, it says that for every 100 relationships you maintain, that you'll have an average of 12 transactions per year, right? So
Yeah.
100 to 12. Now, if we look at NAR averages, the average agent isn't doing 12. And yet, if we look at the average lab coats agent, we'd expect that they have plans to far exceed that number. So, think about how you can be adding to your database, how you can build more relationships with people as you meet them, and what you might need to do in order to make that happen, right?
Yeah.
So, if you add somebody to a database, it's got to be for a purpose.
True.
Just adding their name there doesn't do anything for you. If you have their email address, their phone number, their physical address, you should use those things. Absolutely. And the question, of course, is what do you say? And that's where, our companies, Happy Grasshopper and LabCoatAgents, have partnered to build LCA Nurture. And inside LCA Nurture, we answer all of those questions for you. So I want to just review here what this service looks like. Okay, first of all, it's very inexpensive.
Mhm.
I believe that we should connect the world in conversation. We don't need to charge an enormous amount of money to do that. So it's just $47 to start and $470 for the year. And what that includes would be 41 touches consisting of 17 emails, 12 texts, and 12 ringless voicemail drops. Now, I'm going to jump into the application here for a moment, but first, I want to take a moment and just express my gratitude for the LCA community. I got a reach out from Tessa asking us to come up with a promotion for Black Friday. And I thought LCA has been so wonderful for us. What can we do that would be really wonderful for LCA? And I decided that we should run a Black Friday promotion for the entire month. Okay. So what this means is that those prices you see on the screen right now,
Okay.
you get 50% off those rates.
Dude.
Yeah. All you have to do is just go to that link you see on the screen. Right. So 50% off LCA Nurture when it's already such a ridiculous value is absolutely huge. My
That's pretty big,
expectation,
man.
yeah, I think it is.
Because I remember when we were sitting down and talking about pricing a year ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about the cost of hiring a copywriter to create all your content, even for like a B or a C grade copywriter, you're going to spend $50,000-$60,000 a year to employ them. And of course, if you're hiring someone like a college kid on Fiverr, you can pay a lot less, but the quality really suffers, right? So what we've done in building this and offering it at this rate is we've removed every single excuse for people not to build more relationships and maintain them. And part of that is because we both share a sincere belief that everything we want in life is possible through relationships. The technology part, ironically, isn't the major challenge today. Everything sends messages. There are dozens of services that send messages. The
Mhm.
challenge is, how do you send a message that people will actually engage with and respond to? And for that, you need to have a team of copywriters turning out great content week after week after week, all throughout the year, for email, for text message, for ringless voicemail drop, for social, and even for handwritten cards. So Tristan, I'm going to exit this PowerPoint now, and we're going to jump into the application.
All
So
right,
I
let's
can
go.
show everybody how this actually works. So are you seeing the dashboard there for LCA Nurture?
I got it.
All right, perfect. So, first thing you're going to do if you're not already our member is just go to the link that Jake is going to put in the chat here, or already has put in the chat, and you're going to sign up for your account. Now, if you're already a member of LCA Nurture, I've got great news for you too. You can still take advantage of this plan. We'll just add it to the end of the plan that you've currently purchased. So to take advantage of that, just send an email there to the address on the screen. Now, I'm going to jump in here back in the dashboard. And when you log in for the very first time, there's a tour that runs to show you how things work in the system. It will guide you around. It will show you where everything is located. And if you're the kind of person who doesn't want to read, well, just click training videos. We have a full library of videos here that will show you every single thing that you need to do to get your account set up. And you know what? If you're the kind of person who's like, oh, I don't want to watch a video, I need help. Well, do this. Go to happygrasshopper.com/white glove. happygrasshopper.com/white glove. And a member of my staff will give you a free one-on-one account setup. Okay. And if you're the kind of person who just wants to figure it out yourself, but might occasionally need help, just click this button in the bottom right. That pulls up support information for you. You get instant answers on the things you need, and you can also connect to a live rep here through the application. So I want to cover that help section first, because
Cool,
I understand we've got people watching this who are like totally fluent with text. You just feed them ones and zeros, they know what to do.
Yeah.
And we also have people who are going to sometimes struggle with making sense of the technology. So, again, no matter what level you're at in your career or your technical proficiency, this system is designed to help you out. So first thing we're going to do here, Tristan, I'll pull up email by audience. And this is where my staff creates new messaging for you once every 2 weeks. And we recommend you send a message once every 3 weeks all throughout the year. So that's kind of like a baseline rhythm, right? Once every 3 weeks gets the highest open rate, the lowest unsubscribe rates, and the most responses in all the testing that we've done. So Tristan, you want to pick out one of these messages? I'll preview it here for the audience.
I mean, I like the one that has the 5 rating. Would you? Question mark. I'm just going to go with that.
All right, let's look at that one. So I'll let you guys read that message.
All right. I've been forced to realize there are 2 kinds of people in the world. Those who will paint over brick and those who won't. Which do you think is more attractive? Dude. I'm going to go with before.
All right. Before, says Tristan. I got to say, I really like the white look there better. And yet if it were my house, I'd be like, oh, I'm probably going to want to scrape that off in a couple of years. I don't know what the right call is.
It's tough, but I love the email, dude, that you're treating it like social media.
Yeah, this is a conversation starter. That's the whole point here with this particular message. Now, LCA members get to rate these. So in your account, your ratings are the only ones that will show up. So like here, I'll pick another message for you. And this one doesn't have a rating yet. So we'll go ahead and rate it. And again, I'll just let you read that one, Tristan.
All right. I think all of us have had a neighbor who irritated us from time to yep, from time to time. But what do we do to celebrate our amazing neighbors? For example, you may have seen this picture floating around the web. Yeah, definitely have. All right. While floating their dream house across Newfoundland waterway, this family home was saved when several neighbors came rushing to that's super cool, dude. I didn't know that story. My question is, how would you say thank you? That's so good, dude. I would answer that. P.S. It's true that when you buy a home, you buy your neighbors. If you know anyone who's thinking of moving, please let me know. I mean, how would I thank them? I don't know, man. A nice dinner, probably like other
They
stuff.
saved your house,
I
man. I
know,
was
Sam.
thinking they saved your house. Like,
I mean, I'd invite them over after. I don't even know. You want to take a trip around the lake in my house? I don't even know.
it's, I mean, it's pretty generous for sure what they did there to help. Now, there's some elements here in the message I like to point out. We like to share subject material that most people are going to have a positive reaction to. Like, it should be engaging, it should be current, it should be interesting. And then we like to close the message with a call to conversation. So, P.S., it's true that when you buy a home, you buy your neighbors. If you know anyone who's thinking of moving, please let me know. Almost everybody knows somebody who's thinking of moving, right? So
Yep.
rather than asking for a referral, we're using language that anybody can associate with and go, you know what? I know people who are. And not for nothing, my son is thinking of moving. He's like itching to buy his first home. He's so close.
Dude.
We all know somebody who is thinking of moving. So, what would you rate this message, Tristan?
Um, I would, for interaction, I would say it's probably a 4 or a 5.
All right, I'll go ahead and rate
Because
that.
I would respond back to this one.
Okay. So the idea is that when we notify you it's time to send a new message, you would click into the application here and you would preview them, and you pick the one you like the best. Like this one heart here, I was showing this to someone yesterday, and they live in the Midwest in a rural area where there's not a lot of high rises. And, greenscape design in their climate in November is a no-go for that person's clients, right? So for that person, they would rate this message a 1 heart. And that's helpful for us because it lets our system know what that person's interests are. And we
True.
can load more of the content that they're going to appreciate. Whichever message you choose to send, my suggestion would be to pick the one that makes you smile the most. Because if you like it, the people you send this to who like you, of course, are going to probably like the message as well. And, keep in mind, LCA Nurture is not for leads. It's for people who know you, your past clients and your sphere of influence.
Yeah.
So each of these messages can be edited before they're sent. So if you have something you want to add or change around, you certainly can. Now, you mentioned social media. I'm going to click over here. Our staff creates messages for you. We load them into your account, and these messages are designed to be shared on your personal page, not your business page. Now, the way it works is you just copy the text, download the image, and then you post it to whatever social media network you prefer. Now, all of these are designed to start conversations. I should say most of these are designed to start conversations about real estate related topics. So as you get people commenting, like their comment, reply to their comment, and then carry the discussion over in the DMs. Okay. So I'll scroll through a few of these. Here's one very similar to the email we showed you.
Okay.
Wherever you see this, we're asking you just to choose your own background image on Facebook.
So we shouldn't just post it like that.
No, certainly not. You would just choose your own
Although,
background.
Dan, that would be hilarious. And
It would be.
it might get engagement.
That might be kind of fun. You'll see also, we'll put content here that does not talk about real estate. We don't want to hit that same note on the piano all the time. We need to change it up here a little bit. So there's a variety of content that's loaded here. Now, as it's November and we're calling this Gratitude Month, I want to show you a special feature here in the handwritten cards area. So, you've got a library here of dozens and dozens and dozens of different cards. And I'm going to click here to open that library. And you'll see it takes a moment to load these because our software is checking that these cards are actually in inventory for you. Now, I'm going to choose a category here. And since it's Gratitude Month, I'm going to choose Thank You. So Tristan, we'll just scroll through here. We'll pick a thank you card that we like.
Okay.
Um, I like this one with the quill pen and ink. So
Well, I
I'm gonna
like that one.
it's a simple card, very clean.
Mhm.
Anything that we write down here in the message area is going to show up on the inside of the card.
Mhm.
And I do want to point something out here. The way this is built, you'll notice that this E doesn't match any other E, right? All these E's are unique. And that's part of what we do to make sure it truly looks like you wrote it yourself.
I like that, dude.
Now, you'll see there are a bunch of different fonts loaded here.
Yeah.
So we can click through and see what that would look like in a lot of different handwriting styles.
Question, is this something that is with electronic ink or is it real ink?
It's real ink.
Okay.
The way these are made, there's actually robots that hold ink pens.
Awesome.
They write on these cards themselves. So the feature here that's really great for Gratitude Month is you can add a gift card to any of these cards. Right. So
That's awesome, dude.
choose your provider, choose your dollar amount, and off you go.
I
Right.
love that.
You get those
So
right out
easy.
in there. Okay. Now I'm going to stop the screen share here because I want everybody to see this. This is that same card that I just picked. So first thing is it's a thick, high quality card.
Yeah.
Second thing, it doesn't say LCA Nurture anywhere on it. Doesn't say Happy Grasshopper. That's
No.
the designer's information on the back. So
Okay, cool.
this is not our marketing project, right? It's your handwritten card.
Nice.
Here we'll look inside and I'll let you see the print there. Right?
Oh, nice, dude.
So really, really authentic there. I'm going to show you that we also have these handwritten envelopes with first-class U.S. postage stamps.
I love that. Nice.
So that's how they go out. You never have to touch them. Yes, I see your hand up, Tristan.
Matthew has a question. It's a good question. It says, for recruiting, are there messages for realtor to realtor? Is that something that you do through Happy Grasshopper by any chance?
That's exactly right. Yes. So people come to Happy Grasshopper really for three reasons. Brokerages and teams often choose us for help with recruitment.
Okay.
Agents choose us for lead conversion as well as for creating content for their past clients in Sphere.
Cool.
So
Those are the three?
those are the three reasons we get hired.
There's a fourth.
Yeah, what's that?
Because you're so awesome, dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Look at that. That's cool. So, Matt, if you just want to reach out to me, Dan at happygrasshopper.com, or you could just go to our website, happygrasshopper.com. You can click on recruitment right there on the homepage, and we have content there to show you what it's all about. So happy to help you if I can. All right. So I'm going to jump back to the screen share here.
All right.
You know, Tristan, I didn't ask here before. I assumed today we had a half an hour.
We do, but we got a few more minutes. So
a couple of minutes. Okay. All right, cool. So there's a feature called the digital business card that has become such a favorite of our members. I'm getting such great feedback about this. I want to highlight it because every single one of our LCA Nurture members gets this included in their account at no additional charge.
Dude,
what your
like
digital business card does is it makes it really easy to share contact information. So I'm just pulling mine up here on my phone.
Okay.
I'm going to click my link here.
Okay.
And that's pulling up my digital business card. Okay. Come on, Wi-Fi. Oh, I clicked the wrong link. That's for my regular Happy Grasshopper account. Here's my digital business card.
Ooh, okay. I see it. Scroll down. I want to see the QR code.
Yeah. So let's imagine we're face to face and we get to that point where it's time to exchange information.
Dude, I want everybody to put their phones up to that. I just did that.
Yep. Go ahead and grab that.
Let me see if I can get my phone to focus in on this. I mean, there it is.
Yep. There it is. Now, Tristan, let's imagine we're face to face. I would say to you, now click that button at the top that says contact info,
Okay. Okay.
right? And then you can email me, text me, call me, WhatsApp me, and you can click save contact there at the bottom. And that's going to add all of my information right to your phone.
All
Okay.
right. I
So
see that.
super,
Oh,
super
dude,
easy.
I've already done this before. So you're already on
Yeah,
here. I see
I'm
that.
saved in there. Yep.
That's
Now,
super cool.
when it's time to add your information, I'm just going to click this plus sign back on the home screen. And then all I have to do is enter first, last, phone, and email. And that's going to automatically add that contact to your LCA Nurture account. So they get your next messages.
Easy.
Yeah. And again, just to clarify, this covers 41 touches per year. That's 17 emails, 12 texts, 12 ringless voicemail drops, plus all your social media content, plus the handwritten cards, right? So there's a ton that's in there. And right now, as part of our Black Friday gratitude all month long special, it's 50% off the annual plan.
Dude, so good, bro. I love it.
That's just $235 for the whole year. Like solid no-brainer.
Easy.
Yeah. All right. So I want to do a little bit more of a deeper dive on what we've got with the content that comes from the system. Because if you think about those 41 touches, what do they consist of? Well, email, it just demonstrates you care enough about them to keep in touch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we send birthday messages, transaction anniversary messages.
Mm-hmm.
We send holiday messages. You
Okay.
get to choose the holidays per year that you want to send for. And then once per quarter, we send a very special message called a quarterly lead harvesting message. And we have reports from lots of LCA members where they've used those quarterly lead harvesting messages to generate multiple listings, literally from just one message. So,
all right. So the ideal person for this would be past clients for sure, right? For this specific one, obviously.
Yep.
Past clients, and then like close friends, or what? What are we looking at?
Well, I like to run something I call the grocery store test. So imagine you're walking around your favorite grocery store with everyone that was in your database. You'll
Okay.
have a bunch of people there who have no idea who you are.
True.
What you want to pay attention to are who are the people who would say hi, that actually know you, right? They should definitely be in your LCA Nurture account. They should definitely be getting this content.
Got
And
it.
then you should put those new people that you meet, because every single time you meet a new person, you want to build a relationship with them. So, if you're standing in line at Starbucks and you make a new friend, add them to the system. Whenever you can get in conversation with someone where it's like, hey, I've really enjoyed this chat, I'd like to stay in touch with you. That's when you should pull out your digital business card app, add them to it, and bam, start sending. That's the way to do it that works.
Dude, I love that.
Super cool. I see Matthew pop back in the chat. Thank you. He's just renewing his account. So awesome. Glad to hear it.
I love that. Easy.
Yeah.
That was easy, man. Thanks, man.
You were so welcome. So welcome. Happy to be here today. And of course, if there are any other questions, just reach out to me directly. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me at email, dan@happygrasshopper.com.
I like it. Dude, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'm hosting. We always host. So as many, we gather two types of people for our Thanksgiving celebrations. Of course, family. And then anyone in our lives that we suspect doesn't have a place to go.
That's so cool.
Automatically invited. So
I love that, man. So how many people do you usually have?
I think the smallest we've had is about 12 to 15. Sometimes we've had as many as 30, which can be kind of nuts because, this is my detached garage, and it's almost as big as our house. So I use this area as kind of like a buffer space for those bigger events. We pull people in here.
That's cool. Nice, man. I love that.
I love it.
Good job.
Rural Tampa is a little different market than Malibu. So
you got a lot more space there. So
we do. We do indeed.
I love it. Well, thank you. Thank you for doing this. And again, jump on that special, everybody. It's 50% off. We appreciate you. Dan, thanks for being on, buddy.
Thanks, Tristan.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.